If the Giants are going to be successful this season, the one thing they're going to need is for Daniel Jones to keep his beard. Now, on a serious note, man, we got a preseason game number 2 coming up on Saturday. That is going to be tomorrow. Something we're looking forward to. We're playing the Texans. We're looking forward to a couple of different things. Daniel Jones got to be the focal point. This offense got to be the focal point. The DBs on the defensive side got to be the focal point. We're here to talk about all that, man. But if you're new to the channel, man, subscribe down below. We talking about Giants content every day, all week. Let's do it. Let's jump straight into it. So the main person we're looking forward to seeing on Saturday is going to be Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones coming off of that ACL injury. This is going to be his first live game action ever since he did tear his ACL. Looking into, what we're going to see. I'm excited to see him being play called by Brian Daboll. Like Brian Daboll leading this offense and really formulating how this offense is going to look. That's what we wanted to see ever since he got brought in as the Giants head coach. I wanted to see him as the offensive coordinator. I do think he play called for a couple of games last year, but I expect to see a lot more of what he likes to do this year. And everything they've been doing in training camp is throwing the ball deep. We really need to see Daniel Jones do that in game action. We haven't seen him throw the ball that deep, that much, ever since his first year in the league with Pat Shurmur. Pat Shurmur was letting Daniel Jones rip it. It included a couple of interceptions, and we all know Joe Judge and Jason Garrett shut all that down. So going into the season, man, as you know, Daniel Jones already has a lot of cards stacked against him. Part of them was his own doing. But also with his ACL injury, we already know he's going to need a big year this year if he wants to stay on the Giants. And this preseason game, hopefully we don't get no overreactions. Hopefully we don't get to see a lot of bad play out of Daniel Jones. I'm not going to, be super happy if we see him go out there and lead a touchdown scoring drive and that's all we see of him. I just want to see consistency. That's all I want to see. I want to see this offense look a little crisp. I want to see him target his guy Malik Neighbors. Now, it does look like Malik Neighbors will play. Ironically, a couple of days ago, we thought he was going to be shut down for the rest of the preseason and not see him until week 1. It's looking like he's trending towards playing, and I want to see Daniel Jones and Malik Neighbors' chemistry continue to gel together. As you know, he is a rookie. They were working a lot together in training camp, and he's been targeting him a lot. Now we need to see that in game action. And for all B, man, it's a preseason game, but we need to see some things that we're going to see in this upcoming season. That's the reason why we practice. That's the reason why they have training camps. That's the reason why they have joint practices. We need to see it in actual game form, man. So I'm excited to see what Daniel Jones can do. Once again, man, don't overreact, but don't underreact either. I just want to see some good, crisp, clean football because we know what happened last year. That Panthers drive was really good, and then we never saw anything like that in the regular season. So let's hopefully we don't get anything like that. Looking outside on the defensive side of the ball, the DBs, man. Now, it's looking like Andrew Phillips is not going to play, which sucks because that's a guy that we really need to see him compete in general and also see how he plays in the game. Andrew Phillips has looked good at times during training camp, but he's also looked bad, kind of not really honing in on his assignment. So I'm excited to see him play, but I don't think he's going to be playing this upcoming Saturday. So it's going to be on the DBs to really step up and kind of make a name for themselves overall, especially because, once again, I feel like CB2 is wide open. If we don't sign another guy, it's either going to be Nick McLeod or Cordell Flott. And, are we confident in those guys? Probably not. One person I did talk about on my previous video, Trey Herndon, I'm trying to see if he's going to make it. Is Trey Herndon going to make this team? Is he going to compete as a CB2? He was a starting cornerback once upon a time with the Jaguars. So can he revert back to that form and possibly, take some snaps away from these young guys? I need to see it. We had a couple of different guys that we didn't really expect to play CB2 for us a couple of years ago, and they did. So hopefully we can see something like that out of Trey Herndon. Tay Banks, I want to see a good outing out of Tay Banks. He's not going to get interceptions like that. We haven't seen him get interceptions like that, but I do want to see him just having good coverage and deflecting some passes. That's what I want to see. Him to shut down those receivers and kind of stay step for step with them. Malik Neighbors has been giving this man the work all summer. I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to see Malik Neighbors anymore. But there is a lot of talented wide receivers, not only in this division, but around the NFL every week. So we need Banks to live up to it, man. And hopefully, once again, iron sharpens iron. We've been hearing that all summer. Hopefully, Malik Neighbors has been helping him out a bit. Another thing I'm looking forward to, and this is just a little sneak peek of what we can get in the regular season, is that front four. I want to see that front four, just wreak havoc. I want to see them at least walk away with 2 sacks, after that first half, because I believe the starters will play that first half. If we see Dex, Burns, and KT on the field together, I need to see some pressures. I need to see some sacks. I need to see something, man, because that's going to be the focal point of this defense. As we know, the DBs are young. We're not gonna be able to lean on them like we have or attempted to these past couple years. Even going back to when we had Adoree and Bradbury, I'm excited to see this pass rush actually be a pass rush. We haven't had a strong force in a while collectively. So having Brian Burns and KT on the other side, we've been talking about it all summer. We talked about it when we traded for Brian Burns. I want to see it in game action. Hopefully we see a little bit of a sneak peek this upcoming preseason game. Because once again, man, it's only preseason game number 2, but I believe that the Giants are kind of treating it almost like a warm-up from the regular season game 1. As we know, we are going to face the Vikings. That's 3 weeks away from now. 3 weeks now. So regardless, I just want to see our team put out a good effort. And once again, man, the preseason games are also for these guys to make this roster. In the second half, you're going to see DeVito come in. You're going to see backup running backs come in. Hopefully, you see my guy Turbo Miller playing and trying to earn some snaps. But also all around, man, you got DBs like Darnay Holmes who are still on the bubble and making this roster. Are they going to make it or are they not? Dane Belton and Tyler Nubin competing at the safety position. Who's going to get that starting safety role? There's a lot of other, key pieces that we're looking forward to and trying to see who's going to crack this roster and who's not. As you know, we did trade away Jordan Phillips, so the defensive line position. Outside of Dexter Lawrence, who's going to play beside him? Who's going to be next to Dexter Lawrence? We know Nacho is going to be one of those guys, but can a guy like Chapman come in and steal some of them? Steal some snaps? We'll see, man. That's what we're looking forward to in this preseason game. Linebacker, is Micah McFadden healthy? Will he be out there? That remains to be unseen. Deontay Johnson is hurt. There's a lot of, other narratives that are going on in this game, but I think the top ones you got to look at is Daniel Jones, these DBs, and that pass rush, man. Offensive line, hopefully we don't talk about them. If we don't talk about them, that means they had a good game. If we talk about them, they probably were struggling. So hopefully we don't talk about those things either, man. That's going to wrap it up for anything we're looking forward to this preseason game, man. Y'all let me know how y'all feel down in the comments, man. And also, you already know we're going to have a video ready after that game. I will be out. It is my wife's birthday this weekend, unfortunately. Fortunately, but unfortunately, shout out to my wife. Happy birthday. So I won't have a video ASAP right after that, but best believe there will be a video recapping what happened in this preseason game, man. We're still going to be watching it. So I will catch you on the next one. Go ahead and like it up. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you after Saturday. Peace.